Welcome to my life as an NPC. I am Carbon Scythe. Today is Valentine's Day 2023 and we are playing Find Love or Die Trying. As I am recording this, however, it is the day before Valentine's Day. I am running a tight schedule here, but we will get through this. We don't have much left of the game. Question is, can I summarize? Can I get the rest of it in 1 or 2 episodes? You know that by now. I don't, however. So let's see where we end up, shall we? We are right now running down to the lab because something has happened. Never mind that. You gotta come down to the lab. What is it? We found something, and I know you want to see it. Okay, so that sounds somewhat good. She reached for my hand and pulled me as we ran. Okay, so all the girls are here. The other girls were already there, crowded around the table with a pile of folders on top of it. What's going on? I was just looking around the lab when I stumbled across these. There are files. I didn't read anyone but my own, but I have to warn you. Caution was the last thing on all of our minds. Most of us scrambled to find our own file, except for Yui, who was already holding hers, and Ali. Weird. There's no file for me here. Isn't there now? That usually means... Well, there should still be a file, but that usually means that I am in on this. Maybe I'm an employee that is trying to run away. Maybe I am a clone of Damien, something like that. I double checked, but there was nothing for me. I guess I'm not getting any answers today. Alice slowly walked to the pile, found her own, then opened it in a one fluid motion. Interesting. What is it? Ali Major, sent to the island for being suspected of committing treason against the government. Selected for the experimental show for fitting the sporty girl archetype. We need one of those. It's good to know this whole getup was a good idea. Did you know I actually fucking hate sports? Oh wow, does she now? I've never seen Ali look so angry. Let's see. They got all the fake information I gave. That sounds about right. What is it? They've been taking extremely detailed notes on me for every single run of the show. For the past 2 years. 2 years. God damn. Some of these people should know that they have aged by then. That is something I've been wondering throughout this game. If you are locked into this kind of situation, and this is something they talked about on Rick and Morty as well, won't you notice that you are basically much older than you were yesterday when something like this happens? Or maybe you just trick your mind into believing that there's nothing wrong. What would happen if you had your memories erased all the time? But you do see yourself getting older, even if you can't remember it. Do you still believe that you're just a 30-year-old man by the time you're 50, 60? What I've done, things I've said, in private or with others, they got notes down here to how and when I brush my teeth. How I react differently when they change the show, or tell me different things, or nothing but lab rats to them. It's true, and it's my fault. What do you mean? If I had invented this machine in the first place, none of this would have ever happened. It's not your fault. No, the machine is good. It's not bad. It's their fault for using it this way. It's not your fault, Scarlet. You really wanted to help people, and that was a great thing. Whoever used your invention for this is to blame, not you. If you say so, Carbon. My file says that they wiped my memories and put me on the show to make sure that no one else could use this technology. I can't even begin to understand how that could even be a reason for causing all of this. I'm not sure we'd even want to understand the people who run this place. The room fell silent. I wanted to crack a joke to ease the tension, but it was impossible. Thank goodness. Wait, what? I'm surprised to hear you say that, Yui. I'm surprised to hear you say that, Yui, of all things considered. I'm sorry. I know that how that must have sounded. Sorry, guys. Mine say the same as Ali. That I tracked, measured, and commented on so many things about us so many times. It feels so violating. It's not all bad. Did I ever tell you why I came to this show, Carbon? No. Why is that? I forgot. I wasn't allowed to tell you. That was one of the conditions. Okay. To be completely transparent, the reason was money, and nothing but that. It was hard enough to take care of myself without my parents, let alone 2 sisters and a whole farm. I remember now. It was Kat who reached out to me. She told me that if I came onto the show, my sisters and the farm would be taken care of for life. I know this is all horrifying, but I'm just glad she held up her end of the deal. Even if I might die here and never see them again. That's too depressing to think, Yui. We're going to get out of here and see your sisters again, together. Thanks, Carbon. I'd like that. I'm curious, Yui. What kind of archetype did they list you as? The girl next door. Damn it! That sounds a lot better than Gaming Gremlin. Oh, that's great. Gamer Gremlin. Yeah, that's exactly what she is. You, Scarlet, Ali, and I laughed. At times like these, having a mood lifted like Terra around was critical. I looked at Violet, who had been silent the whole time. She was trembling. Violet, are you? Please, God, don't let this be true. Violet fell to her knees and sobbed with her hands against her face. I rushed to her side. Are you okay, Violet? Violet threw her folder against the floor, causing the papers inside to scatter through the room. Nothing is okay, Carbon. It doesn't matter if I get off this island or not. I'm not like you. I have nothing to go back to. No one to stand by me. There's nothing for me either way. Violet, wait! She ran off to the stairs. Her sobs echoed through the staircase and through the lab. I moved to follow her, but you stopped me. I think she might need some time alone, Carbon. I didn't mean to look, but after her papers scattered around the room, maybe you should just read it. Yui handed me the papers that were in Violet's file. Violet Valentines is a special case, otherwise unremarkable, but she is the daughter of Edgar and Vane Valentine, one of our primary investors. Edgar and Vane. Well, I would assume those are 2 men. Those male names. Well, I'm wrong. It is my understanding that they have recently had a son and want for him to be the next heir after Viola passed. Oh, did they now? Well, fuck that family. Edgar and Vane sent their remaining daughter Violet to us, full well knowing what the show would entail. They paid us an incredible sum to make sure that she does not return from the show. Even for me, this is too cruel. It was too hard to keep reading. I closed the folder and just stared open-mouthed at Yui. There were no words. Yeah, that is absolutely fucked up. I knocked on Violet's door later that night, but it was no use. Please, just leave me alone, Carbon. I think I'm sorry is better. Just straight go to the point. I'm here if you want to talk. Yeah, it's going to work because you know that you can trust me and things like that. But at the same time, I don't think you can leave this to chance. You have to basically be straight to the point. I read your file, and what I found is fucking disgusting. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, Violet. Even if she opened the door, I would have no idea what I was supposed to say. What could anyone say? I was wrong. It's not only up from here. There's a long way down. It's hardly a surprise, but I didn't sleep well last night. You could after what happened. And just like that, we're on to day 3. I gotta thank you, Carbon, you're making my job easy. I actually got to spend my nights doing productive things now. I'm happy to help you with that. However that works. You alright? You don't seem to have your usual energy. Careful, Carbon. One slip up with Cat and this is all over. I'm good, thanks, Cat. I just didn't sleep too well. Happens to the best of us. Anyway, it goes without saying that Yui is definitely a contender for the final ceremony. Yeah, she's a contender, I think that's safe to say. Of course, a woman like Yui. Anyone would be lucky to have her. Damn straight. Though she's a very different kind of woman than Scarlet, you got a tough choice down the road. Though you also got a tough choice to make right now. Who's the unlucky girl today? So who are we talking to? So who should I be asking on that day tomorrow? Honestly, joking aside, I think you should ask Violet. Really? I don't think she's in any shape to put on a good show. I mean, we need all of us to be able to work together well to get out of here, right? I don't think Violet would be able to until she's feeling better. Oh, that's nice. And what better day to do that than for a date to make you feel special? Yeah. Tara does have a great point. I always make great points. Like seeing if I could arm wrestle one of the zombie Scarlet's made. That went great. Oh, I remember that. Wait, I was a zombie. That was not a good idea at all. Can I take my vote back? What do you think, Carbon? I like the idea. We could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm sure there's something that we could do to help us escape. That we could do to help us escape that we could only do on a date with Violet. I got it! Tomorrow you'll be going on a date with Violet. Here's what you gotta do. Violet. I've always wanted to spend more time with her, and there's no time like the present. We'll make it happen. I do have a small request though. What's that? And will it give me ratings? I think it will. Then let's hear it. I noticed Violet is being a little down lately, so I wanted to cheer her up. I heard that she really likes cooking, especially in groups. Would you mind if we cooked with the staff at noon? I don't see why not. Let's hope it goes better than the last time. Last time. Don't slip up now, cats. You've been doing so good in the past month. Oh, hi, Carbon. Why'd you bring me here? I'm in a bit of a predicament. You see, I may have made an irresponsible bet. I did not take you for a gambler. Well, I'm not, but the thing is, I heard the cooks bragging that they were the best chefs on the island. But hey, I tried the food you made before. I know nobody else could come close to how good you are. So, I may have challenged them to a competition. In your name. You are ridiculous, Carbon. Violet laughed out loud. It's that smile I like so much. It was nice to see it again. Are you being serious? Dead serious. In a few hours, hundreds of staffs are going to come here, some of them as challenging cooks, some of them as judges, the rest of them looking for lunch. All of them hungry. Think you're up for the challenge? I am ready to crush the opposition. They will rue the day they challenge me. That's the Violet I like to see. Anyway, what is the theme of this contest? I can't tell you just yet. It'll be announced when it's cooking time. I do like a challenge. Would you care to stay with me as I prepare for the festivities? Of course, Violet. Thank you, Carbon. Thank you, Carbon. I know why we're doing this, and I appreciate it. I'm not ready to talk about it yet, but I feel happier already knowing you are looking out for me. I'm always going to be here for you. Yeah, because after all of these dates, I do feel that Violet is the one I like the best. And yeah, she could use some cheering up. I'm always here for you, Violet. And I for you as well, Carbon. We spent the time before the contest just talking about the pleasant things completely unrelated to the show. Completely unrelated to anything of consequence. Sometimes, when bad things happen, what you need most is just a semblance of normalcy. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 versus Violet. Well, I've seen this show before. By the time noon rolled around, hundreds of staff members were filling up the kitchen. I don't want to face you, Violet, but I will if I must. Oh, you're challenging me. Like a snail challenging the mighty eagle, you have my respect. Is it too late to change sides? You're going down, Violet. We're the Brothers 5, the best chefs on the island. I don't think so. What's that too? What I meant to say is, wow, you really are the best chef on the island. Wow, everyone is cowering before her. That's right. Damn it, bros, you can't let her intimidate you like this. If we do, she's already won. Say something for her. We will meet on the culinary battlefield, Violet. But it says 4. Oh, okay, no, they are smiling in different ways. So 4 is the one talking. Anyway. You may have my brothers running for the hills, but not me and 5. Come at me, let us brandish our forks against each other. 5, do you have anything to say? Wait, what's happening? I do hope you'll entertain me, brothers. Violet raised a pan towards them. Let us begin. It's time for the cook-off to end all cook-offs. Oh yeah, that is based on the War to End All Wars, and which was the First World War, I believe. It was called the Great War and the War to End All Wars, and not until much later did it become World War One. But also, speaking of war to end all wars, I am going to see Sabaton in a few months, and that concert is called the War to End All... No, the Tour to End All Tours. That's why I know this. Each cook will cook their own version of a mystery dish, a dish that I will soon reveal for the first time ever. The judges will be everyone who is not a contestant. You must be joking. There's hundreds of people here. How could we ever feed everybody? That's not my problem. And I definitely didn't come up with the rules for this tournament on the spot. Liar. Violet laughed once more. That was enough to keep this charade going. The mystery dish will be spaghetti and meatballs. Like taking candy from a baby. Not this again. Oh god, I think I'm gonna faint. 1 collapsed on the ground. 1 down, 4 to go. Bro! I knew we should have been accountants. Why are we fooling ourselves? You each have your 1 hour. No late submissions will be accepted. Let the games begin! Chefs! Chef, yes, chef! The contestants, never still conscious, rushed off to gather ingredients. How are they going to make that much food? I'm sure they'll figure something out. I watch each of them cook furiously at breakneck speed. They really like that term, don't they? Breakneck speed. Violet was hard at work, sweat streaming down her face, with the biggest smile I'd seen her have all day. I couldn't help but smile as well. At the same time, 4 was trying to cook his spaghetti with only a microwave. Wow. Yeah, as I said, they are not the best chefs on the island. I'm not sure this will be too much of a contest. 1 minute left. Violet filled hundreds of laid out bowls with spaghetti and meatballs in a matter of moments. If you blinked, you'd miss her finish a whole row. Each looked both delicious and artistic. You would have thought a cook would have spent much longer than an hour putting each of them together. 5 settled on making about 4.5 bowls. I guess everyone has their own pace. Time's up! It's time to judge. The crowd cheered as they stampeded to the laid out bowls. Not bowls, bowls. They were practically salivating. After everybody wolfed down bowls from each of the contestants, they submitted their vote. The people have spoken. And with a resounding majority, our first ever winner of the Best Chef on the Island in the Middle of Nowhere award is... Violet! The crowd cheered, myself included. I did it! Me! I did it! Violet jumped up and down with joy. I felt like a kid in a candy store, just from one look at her. You won fair and square, you should be proud of yourself. Yeah, your food was the best I'd ever had. Though if you consider all living standards, that doesn't mean too much. Hey, I just had an idea. What if we get Violet to cook for the staff at lunch instead of us? Seriously, it's been years since we've had real food. What's that supposed to mean? Honestly, I think it's a great idea. I know I had it well, but I really have no idea what I'm doing in the kitchen. No way, bro! Violet and I took one look at each other and couldn't help but laugh. I would love to, you guys. The crowd's enthusiasm reached a level of uproarious applause. Violet! 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 Oh, goodness. You're all too kind. I put my arm around her and smiled. I guess you got a new job now, Violet. I guess I do. Violet leaned in and kissed me on the lips. For a moment, time stood still, and the only thing you could hear was the crowd's cheer getting even louder. Violet! 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 We laughed together. I've had so much fun today, Carmen, thanks to you. Care to join me by the beach after we clean this place up? I wouldn't miss it for anything. I wouldn't miss it for the world. The world would pale in comparison. Oof. Hey! She reached her hand out to mine, and I held hers tight in return. Hey, Violet. You really gave them a great show today, you know. I couldn't have done that without my ever so charming television host. We walked along the beach, our feet bare in the inviting water of the ocean. Really, I'm so grateful to you, Carmen. Last night, finding out what my parents did, that was the lowest point I'd ever been to. I held her hand even tighter. Honestly, I didn't see a way out, escaping the island or not. Everything seemed like a dead end. But today, you helped me remember that even without them, I still got me. And I like me quite a lot. You really are incredible, Violet. That was all you. With you? Violet mumbled something under her breath. Sorry, what was that? Oh, sorry, let me try again. I know I'd be fine on my own, but I'd like it be better if I was with you. When we get out of here, I do hope you join me for that cruise. She kissed me again. It felt like magic. Violet, She put her finger against my lips. Shh. I know it's not quite the time for this conversation yet, but please do remember what I've said when this is all over. Do you mind if we walk for just a little longer? I don't want this to end. I'm walk with you for as long as you wanted to. I'll walk. As long as you want to, I'd like that. Yeah, I mean, you can't be subservient to someone all the time, saying things like, I will do this for you as long as you ask me to, continuously over and over. It's not a good thing. You gotta have some backbone, and I'm not meaning with that you need to be strong and show them who's boss and things like that. No, you just gotta have to show them that, yeah, I would like that because that's something I want, not because you ask me to. I want to do this, so I'd like that. I like that. We walked together till the dead of night. It was nothing less than magical. Yes, after we came back, a huge storm hit outside. We just missed it. Hope you two enjoyed your day together. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but it's time we get this show on the road. Ellie took out the master key from her pocket, spun it around the ring with her finger, and put it in the locked door. And we're in. She turned the lock and pulled the door open. Whoa, the door's a little heavier than I thought it would be. It must be soundproof or something. Whatever, let's go. But we are not going anywhere. I will cut this episode off right here, and you can see the next episode, which hopefully is the conclusion of this game. You can see it right now. It's going to be right below me, and we'll see what's in this secret room. And remember, just because you're not the main character doesn't mean you're not important. Goodbye, everyone.